C'est pas ta chambre brillée, qui rappelait que mon chaudier, c'est fait hier, il était commencé.
Rappelle-moi pas inquiété, même si t'as des fois blasé, joue quand même, faut que tu campé, pourquoi valait qu'on mérite.
Rapport c'est tout, j'ai fait le coin, mais pas le couler, mais le couler pas changer. Couler pas changer. Mais rouge là c'est fierté, moi. Mais fais sembler la prêter couler en bas pour moi. Couler en bas pour moi. Y'a un jour qui est pour arriver. Y'a 6 semaines passées ou en bas pied. Oh, oh,
oh. Waval jeunesse peut mériter. Y'a quoi on couvre symbole liberté.
Rapport c'est un coucher vers moi. Mais pas le couler, mais le couler pas changer.
Couler pas changer.
Mais rouge là c'est fierté moi. Mais fais sembler la prêter couler en bas pour moi. 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 Fierté moi. Couler en bas pour moi.
Li en bas pour moi.
Couler en bas pour moi.
Drapeau c'est fierté.
Couler en bas pour moi.
Et me fier comme ça haïtien.
Couler en bas pour moi.
Haïtianité en bas pour moi.
Couler en bas pour moi.
Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you all with us today as we have our HOG sponsor information session. For those of you who are not familiar with HOG, HOG stands for Hands of God Foundation. We are almost 3-year-old foundation now, and we have been working very fervently to sponsor and to secure the education of children in underserved regions like those in South Haiti and throughout the country of Haiti. We're going to begin with a special welcome with our president, Kelly Hilaire.
Good morning to our child sponsors, general sponsors, core members, general members, and our dearest friends. This morning, it is with a great joy within the deepest part of my heart that I invite you all to partake in our vision to be the hands of God and the change that we want to see in our world. As the president of this great foundation and a sponsor of many children, I invite you to be a member or a child sponsor, the very tool that God needs to save the children of the world from the evil of illiteracy and the lack of an education. I became a sponsor because I was among these children as well growing up in South Haiti, and today I am in the position to be the change that I want to see. This morning I urge you to join us and be part of that change. Now for today's section, you will learn about our cause, learn about our success, learn about our vision, learn our why, the many whys that you will hear this morning. Learn how to join us and be part of the change. And we're also going to have a $50 raffle to any one of you, to everyone who joined us today. So I urge you to send out the link right now to a friend or two, and have them be part of that change. God bless you all, and let's get started.
Thank you, Ken. All right. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today, says a very famous social rights advocate. We say a lot, education cannot wait. We're all united in the fact that we know education is important. Without an education, I'm pretty sure each and every one of us can say we may not be in the very positions we are today. We may not have secured the jobs we have. We may not have been making the amount of money we make, right? We may not have access to great health care, right? So education, we know it's important. So let us just remind ourselves the multifaceted means and multifaceted ways education continues to be important throughout the world. Number one, human capital development, right? When we talk about human capital, we're talking about all the skills, the talents, right, that we combine when you put a group of people together, right? So they are rich in the capital. They bring the human capital that is defined by their skills, their talents, and what they are able to produce as a collective. Economic growth. We know education is tied to poverty, right? Or let's say the lack of education is tied to poverty. So the opposite of that would be true, that education promotes economic growth. Poverty reduction, right? Also communicated, right? When we talk about poverty, right? The more educated a population is, the less poor they are likely to be. Health and well-being. Statistics shows there is a correlation between low level of education and countries who have the lower mortality rates, countries who suffer with, all types of diseases, or rather, whether they are chronic or infectious disease. There's a tie to the lack of education. Gender equality. Education can be a catalyst for achieving gender equality, right? It provides girls and women with opportunities to gain knowledge, skills, and confidence, enabling them to challenge traditional gender roles and contribute to all aspects of society. Social stability. We know through education, we're able to move up the social ladder and secure ourselves in many ways. Democracy and governance. Through education, we could erect democratic institutions, organizations, governments, and societies. Cultural preservation. Education can help preserve and promote cultural heritage by teaching people all over the world traditional practices, languages, right? Now we see how much Spanish has grown throughout the world, where Spanish is considered the second global language after English, right? But that is through the spread, the diversification of Spanish culture throughout many places in the world. Innovation and technology. Access to education encourages the development of a skilled workforce capable of driving innovation and technology advancements, right? So we know through education, we could reach new heights. We could walk on the moon. We could uncover new cures to various diseases, right? We can explore the world around us or the universe at large. Global competitiveness. In an interconnected world, education is a key determinant of a country's global competitiveness. Through education, Haiti can continue to compete on the global stage, right? Through its development of scholars and people who could lead in various domains. Sustainable development. Education is recognized as a sustainable development goal by the United Nations. It is a foundational element for achieving other development goals such as eradicating poverty, reducing inequality, and promoting environmental sustainability. Now we want to tell you the story of one of the children we sponsor. This little girl, her name is Jaleesa Esperance. She's in elementary school in Sainte Anne in the south part of Haiti called Chardonnay. Her parents were struggling to keep her in the classroom, to keep her in school. And with that, her grades were suffering. But through the Hands of God Foundation, when we started in 2021, we ensured that Jaleesa would be able to stay in school and focus on her education. Now Jaleesa is blossoming. She is one of the top children of her class. She loves to learn, and she is more hopeful for her future through the program Hands of God Foundation and our ability through your support as sponsors to ensure she goes and stay in school. Well, Jaleesa is one of many children. We support the education of 85 children. So now we want to share our video with you so you can learn the many ways in which HOG is making an impact in securing the education of many children in Haiti.
Why wait for divine intervention? If you had the power to change a life for the better, would you do it? If you had the opportunity to bring hope to a nation, would you take it? Why wait for divine intervention to heal the world when we are the hands of God and can be the change we want to see? As the Hands of God Foundation, or HOG, we celebrate diversity in education in underserved regions. We were founded on the principles of hope, respect, integrity, empathy, and professionalism. We believe that education is not just a gift, but a human right, and that every child deserves access to a quality education. Poverty remains one of the biggest factors that hinders access to a quality education. Yet the opposite is also true. The less educated people are, the poorer they will remain. Evidence suggests there exists a staggering relationship between low-income countries and primary level of out-of-school rate. The scary yet pressing truth is the consequences of poor education is far more complex. There is a deep web of intricate adverse factors tied to a lack of education. As a lack of education is tied to poverty, which is tied to violence, which is then tied to poor health outcomes, and the cycle continues. Thus, the impact is too painful, too costly, too damaging to overlook. It's an economic concern, a health concern, a safety concern, and the cycle, while certain, is 100% preventable. It's a concern of compassion, a concern of empathy, and one of hope. After just 1.5 years of operation, HOG has been able to successfully rebuild an entire school destroyed from the 2021 Haiti earthquake and sponsor the education of over 85 children while supporting 7 schools. With the help of our sponsors, we were able to cover the tuition of these children while ensuring mentorship support and access to necessary school resources
like books. With your continuous support, we have the capacity and determination to do so much more. For those of you who've made the choice to sponsor a child, the children thank you for believing in their right to a quality education. Hug thanks all of you for believing in this cause and a very important mission. We appreciate your continuous support. Together, we can be the difference, for the answer to a better world lies in the power of hands. May God, our Father, continue to bless and protect you.
Sincere, we thank you. We appreciate you and we love you. Nous disons merci, nous l'apprécions et nous l'aimons.
Certainly, certainly.
Merci, nous faisons cœur, nous rendons le bonheur. Nan nou tout élève dans l'école Baptiste de Bousquet. M'a dit merci à tous les sponsors pour l'école pour nous et pour nous. Merci en plus, chers sponsors. Nous saluons tout le monde qui est dans l'organisation. Merci parce que nous choisissons aider tout le monde à aller à l'école. Mouvement ça a permis à pile de monde avancer dans la société pour y avoir une vie meilleure. Nous remercions tout le monde qui collabore pour dans quel et bon Dieu béni.
Aider les petits monde sont bagay qui vraiment dit parce que nous-mêmes nous pas de moyens assez pour nous faire petit monde. Nous remercions nous, demander bon Dieu, nous prier pour nous, bon Dieu notre grand amour, notre miséricorde pour toujours protéger nous, pour lui faire initiative ça paraît pour année seulement pour tout reste jour qui va venir. Nous prions bon Dieu pour ça. Merci, grand merci, grand merci.
Thank you. Thank you. So with us now, we just want to say we could not do this without our sponsors. HOG, we stand on the effort, we stand on the compassion, we stand on the support of all of our 42 sponsors who through their sacrifice, through their love and compassion, through their stands for education, we were able to keep 85 children in school in Haiti. So this is HOG, We Are HOG, right? A very young organization with great ambition. The state of our affair, we support the education of 85 children. We have now 49 sponsored. We thank all of our new sponsors. Last month, through our sponsor information session, we gained 3 new sponsors and 4 new children found sponsors. So 4 more children became sponsored through 3 individuals. So we thank God for them. Right now we have 49 children who are sponsored, 45 sponsors in total, and we have 36 more children to be sponsored. And we have so many more children waiting to enter the program, but we want to ensure that we secure those who are already part of the program before we allow entry of new students into the Hands of God Foundation program. All right, so we're going to now talk about our why. Again, Hands of God, we have 8 executive core members. We have 2 of them who's going to share their why today, and we have a new sponsor who will also be sharing her why with you. And we invite you, if you are one of our new sponsors, we're going to give 2 extra rooms if you want to share your why. Maybe your story is what it will take to inspire someone else in the audience today to also make a decision to sponsor a child. We're going to start with Program Coordinator Laura Jean Pierre Jerome, who's going to tell us why she is standing for education. Laura Pierre, if you need a moment, we could move on to, let's take Sister Rebecca. Rebecca, she is the secretary of the Hands of God Foundation. Let us hear why, Rebecca, you are standing for education today.
Hi. Good morning. My name is Rebecca Campbell. I am the secretary of the Hands of God Foundation. Being born in Haiti and raised in America, after God, I was always indebted to my grandmother for her sacrifice. Not that she had to, but she chose to. Because of her sacrifice, I was privileged to be here with access to free education and resources that I needed to succeed. Raised in a Haitian culture, education was our number one priority, which became my priority. The mere fact that there are children in Haiti without that same access never sat well with me. And luckily, there were others who shared similar views. So we collaborated together and became the Hands of God Foundation. And from there, I chose to become a child sponsor. As a child of God, my purpose in this world is to help others. God blesses us to bless others, so why not start with my country? This is why I decided to become a child sponsor, because helping my country become begins with ensuring that our children are secured, well grounded, equipped, and educated, because they are our future. Haiti will be left in their hands in the near future, and we will look up to them. That is why we need to prepare them well from now. It is our duty to provide them with the education, tools, and resources they need to succeed for a brighter future and tomorrow. And prayerfully, they will follow our examples and help others the same in the future. As children of God, we are not to be of a selfish mind, but of a given heart and spirit. So let's pour out the love and give unto our children by sponsoring a child. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and I applaud and appreciate you for your time. God bless.
Amen.
Amen. Now let us take our program coordinator, Laura Jean.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Laura Jean. I'm the program organizer of HOG. I am from the south part of Haiti, Chardonnay. I chose to become a sponsor not by my own will, but by a calling from God. I had the privilege to live the American dream and to see how important is education. As a physical therapist, I would like to see every single child in my country
educated with a profession. I know how hard life is in Haiti for parents to feed their children. To send a child to school is even harder. Based on that, I decided to answer that call from God sponsoring children education. 75% of the nation is below grade level. I feel that as Haitian, if I do not help raise the education system, the country will go from bad to worse. I started in 2019 when COVID hit the whole world with 23 children by myself. When I received that call from God, I called a friend of mine in Chardonnay. I asked them about the church that my father, Jean Baptiste Jean, used to be the pastor. I asked them, how is the school in that locality, in that uh, town? He explained to me the sorrow those people have to send their children to school. And then I asked him for the phone number of the pastor. He gave it to me. I called the pastor and then I tell him, I'm going to help with 23 children. That was the biggest blessing I received that day. Oh, so much prayer he gave me. And then year later, Kelly and Naomi called me to help them without knowing that if I started my own. I told them that I already sponsored 23 children. If you want, guys, I can merge with you to become a better organization. That decision, I will never regret it. I say yes to God. I feel that I have a purpose in life. My purpose in life is to help, and I'm helping a good cause. I help education in my country. I know one day Haiti will become an independent nation because education is the key to success. Thank you, guys. Thank you for helping HOG organization lifting Haiti. You will never regret it. God will go a long way with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Laura. Thank you for your great work and your endless devotion to education. With us now, we have one of our newest sponsor, Rose Pierre Tonico, who will now share her why and why she stands for education.
Greetings, everyone. Um, Greetings, Minister Hilaire. I don't know if you're able to hear me very well.
We hear you well.
All righty.
We
Greetings.
hear you.
Greetings, Sister Naomi. Greetings, Sister Laura. Greetings, everyone. I thank God that I can be part of this today because it's something that is very close to my heart. I love children, number one, and I love God, number two. And actually, that's number one. And that is my why in life, to be a better human being for society and for our future. Our children are our future. And when I went to the gala, I got the batch of children for sponsorship, and this young child resonated greatly with me. He really touched my heart because he reminded me of my brother, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago. But my brother was an orthopedic surgeon and chief of a department in Brooklyn, New York. The child resonated with me because I remember that little boy. I remember how smart he was. I remember how charming he was. I remember how he could have done something to change the future when I saw him as my brother. And when I saw this little boy, I saw the same thing. We don't know who a child can become in their later years of life. But to give a child a chance is the most remarkable thing that one can do. It brings us back to the story of David. David was one child of 8. And when the prophet was sent to go look for him and to look for the one who was chosen to be king, the father went and chose who he decided to choose, the smartest, the biggest, and all types of different ones. But David was left as a shepherd. David was left until someone said, no, 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 he is the one. And God showed favor unto this day from the time that he was chosen until today. We don't know which child will be a chosen one. We don't know which child will be a president somewhere. We don't know which child will be another Nelson Mandela. We don't know which child will be an Oprah Winfrey. We don't know which child will be a Mother Teresa. We don't know who will be who, but the fact that we can give them a chance and open the portals for them make us someone important in the progress of life for one and for others. Haiti is one of the places that that has given the greatest of the greatest nationwide. I don't know of too many places who have put so many people with so many great ideas and achievements and capacity than Haiti. But unfortunately, they're usually not the ones who shine in the eyes of the world, although they are in the back scenes. But let's give them a chance. Let's elevate them. Let's push them. Let's give them wings like Jesus can, of eagles, that tomorrow can be a better day for the nation. I hope to sponsor a lot more. I'm trying to work on the project, and eventually my goal is hopefully to sponsor 5. I am a member of many organizations. The Youth is Here, Pastor Chloe, and many organizations. But this organization resonates well with my heart, and I will do everything in my power and capacity to sponsor and to elevate. God bless all of you. Thank you.
Wow. God bless you, Sister Rose. And
God bless you.
we thank you so much. We thank you for speaking and sharing your powerful story. I know every time I hear it, it really touches and moves me. And I pray that it may touch someone else who have not made that decision today. Maybe they will make the decision to become a child sponsor. Now we're going to make room for additional people. We have some more sponsors in this room. So now we have our general member, Morley Hilaire, who would also now love to share her why she decided to be the sponsor of 2 children's education.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Marley Hilaire. I am Kelly Hilaire's wife. And it started a couple of years ago during COVID times, when Kelly and Naomi initiated this beautiful idea of sponsor children in Haiti. And I was moved, and I watched them grow. I watched them go to the difficulty of, getting sponsors, and to get this organization to stand today. and for them to be doing this beautiful work, it's just amazing to watch it. And me as a sponsor, I sponsor two children. My why is because I grew up in Haiti, and the struggle that I had to go through to go to school, and the opportunity my mom gave me to be here, to come to America, to become something, it's just something that I would love for every children to have. Even if they don't have the opportunity to be here in America, I think the um the opportunity that my parents was able to give me to be here, to get that, better educations and to go to school, I should be able to pass it on to those that's back home, because I know what's going back home, and especially nowadays how things is even getting worse. I know that it's difficult, I know that it's hard, but with us staying strong, with us going hard, with us inviting others people, and I believe one day Haiti will be in a better place, and those children will have the opportunity to go to school. Remember, education is always the key to success. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. We thank you, Sister Molly, for, just making the difference that you are making in the lives of these two children, ensuring that all they have to do is focus on their classwork, their homework. They don't have to worry about how mom and dad will be able to send them to school. We thank you for your support of education. We're going to give the room to just one more person. I know Sylvia is a sponsor. I don't know if Sylvia would like to share her why. Sorry for picking on you. I'm looking at any other person who's one of our sponsors who would also like to share their why before we move on to the next segment. All right. So Sylvia, maybe next time. But we want to thank you. We want to thank you for being a child sponsor. Sylvia is also one of our new sponsors. So we, again, like we said, literally we don't have no money coming in from foundations, from grants. All of the money that comes in literally comes through the sacrifice of our sponsors. So we are built on the effort of each and every one of them. And we thank God so deeply and dearly for every one of you, and for your compassion, for you having such a big heart where you could fit a child you don't know, a family you don't know. So you could fit them into your lives, ensuring that through what God has blessed you, you could use a little bit of it to be a blessing to them and to their families. So we thank you again. So now let's talk about vision. We like to share our vision just so you know what keeps us going, right? The dream we have, the goals we have, and what we see for HOG. So our short-term and long-term vision. First, with the short-term vision, education promotion. Obviously, we are seeking to ensure as many children as possible have access to education. So we are focused on the immediate, on putting and keeping as many children as possible in the classroom. Resource access. We know it's one thing to go to school, but it's another thing to have everything you need to actually learn. So we also ensure they have the tools they need to learn and blossom, the books they need, the pencils they need, etc. Sometimes, like we had one of our young boys who lost his father and he needed mentorship. So giving the school an extra boost so they can give the counseling they need to that young boy who needed a little more than his peers so he can focus and shine in the classroom. Community involvement. Working with the teachers, the directors, the families on interventions to increase the academic performance of every child. No child left behind is what we believe in. So we want to ensure the unique circumstances, the unique challenges that they are going through while they're trying to learn, we could help them in these ways to ensure that they got the resources, they got the support they need so they could focus and learn. Long-term vision. One of our long-term visions is to develop a ground office with the library for all the HUG children, right? So we support children scattered throughout in different schools. We support students in Port-au-Prince and about 9 schools in all now. So we want them to have one place where they could come, where they could speak to the ground manager if they have any questions about their tuition, if they need any additional support. We want to create a library where they could come in and get the books that they need. They could even use a computer there if they need. 2, supply our partner schools with 2 to 3 laptops. Can you imagine this very day you have a lot of schools in South Haiti where children has never had access to use or see a laptop, right? This is what we're talking about in terms of global competitiveness. We need to ensure our children have access to the same tools that they need to compete on a global stage, that they're not being left behind in the innovations and the progress that is taking place at the global stage. So that is one of the things we want to ensure those schools have laptops. 3, secure funding to repair the poor conditions of most of the schools we support that are still impacted by the hurricane that happened in 2021, right? Some of these schools, the children are still learning under rubble, with rocks and debris, right? So we want to secure grant funding where we could help in a greater capacity to ensure the environment is one that is conducive for learning. 4, improve the academic system through the integration of tech and AI to provide an avenue for Haitians to compete, right? So again, that is tied to technology, right? We want to introduce technology, AI, a lot of these advanced science and math coursework into the education system to know that Haitian children are not being left behind. 5, build schools in various regions in Haiti with a liaison and connection to large global networks, producing Haitian scholars and connecting them to top firms and agencies around the world to help build them into the future, right? So we want to make sure that we are connecting Haitian scholars. Number one, we are producing scholars and we are connecting them with some of the greatest agencies around the world, whether it be United Nations or some great tech schools, so they could continue to further their education and have a greater impact and can then do so much more for Haiti in the future. So these are both our short-term and long-term goals. So we know we've shared a lot with you. We want to give a moment if any of you have any questions for us, any questions on anything we have shared, our vision, why, on the HOG family, any questions at all. All right. And if we don't have any questions now, let's just talk about how to become a child sponsor and what does it mean, right? We talked a lot about why, but we didn't really talk about what do you do? What does it essentially mean to be a child sponsor? As a child sponsor, you are an education advocate for that child. So that means you are securing their education. You are creating education security for that child through a long-term relationship, right? So we like to say up until that child is getting ready to go to college. So from elementary school all the way to the end of their high school, we are requesting your long-term support for that child's education. And how much are we speaking about? $19 a month. $19 a month or $228 per year. Through our website, you could select the monthly plan or the annual plan, right? So it takes only $19 a month to secure that child's education all the way to high school for most schools in Haiti. We will keep you updated, right? We send seasonal updates to our sponsors on their specific child. If you are interested, what we do, that child will always send you a thank you letter. The first time you become that child sponsor, they will send you a personal thank you letter. And then it's up to you whether or not you want to keep a pen pal relationship with that child, meaning continuously writing the child and having the child respond to you, right? We know some people may not want to get that engaged, but if you want to, the children, they love to have that opportunity to write back and forth with their sponsors. All right. And also, we want to let you know when that child moves from school to school, from elementary school to junior high school through high school, we are keeping track of that child. So we are following the child along. We are keeping track with their families. If there's anything very grave that happened to that child where they cannot continue with their education, whether it's illness or anything around that nature, we will also keep you updated. All right. So if we don't have any questions, we want to just give you a little quick demo of our website and how you can go ahead and visit our website and navigate on the page to sponsor a child. All right, so our website is handsofgod.us. Handsofgod.us. When you get on the home page, this is the home page of our website, you could click on sponsor right here to land on the sponsor page. Right? On the sponsor page, the top compartment will let you know when is our next information session. We ask that you please mute yourself. All right, sorry for that. So the first thing you'll see is when our next upcoming sponsor information session is. We invite you to share this with someone who you think may be interested in also sponsoring the child, where they could RSVP for our next session, and we will send them the link so they could join. On the sponsor page, you could scroll down, right? And you will see the list of all of the children we sponsor, all of whom are either already sponsored, and you'll be able to tell where you see already sponsored, or those who have yet to be sponsored, where you do not see already sponsored, but you see the price. When you click on the child, for instance, Antoine Wadley is not yet sponsored, right? You could select the monthly plan of $19 a month or the annual plan of $228 a month. And then, like most websites, you would just go through checking out. We also give you some information about where the money goes, our policy, right? And the reason why we ask for the address is, again, because we want to send you packages every season or from time to time with updates on your child's performance. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. And if you, for any reason, just want to read more about the organization from the website, you could click on the HOG tab and I will show you. So again, instead of sponsor, if you click on HOG, Hands of God, right, you will land on this page where you could read more about who we are and what we do, our core values, etc. All right, so this is how you could go ahead and sponsor a child. Any questions on this? All right, great. So hopefully when we walk away, we will know that so many of you have also decided to become our newest child sponsors. We thank you all. We thank you for just making the time to come and hear us make a case for why you should become a child sponsor. Now, we want to just take this moment to start our raffle drawing. You give so much time to us. We wanted to give something back to you. That is why we have the raffle as an element of this section. And I'll ask for Kelly and Sister Moniz to take it away.
Wow. Great afternoon, everyone. To God be the glory. This
This
is
is
the
the
moment
moment
that
that
we have been waiting for. Are you excited? I'm excited. I don't know about you, but I'm excited and I can't wait to see who is going to be the winner for our $50 drawing for our children's sponsorship. Brother Kelly, are you ready? Brother Kelly?
Keep spinning. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you see the spinner?
A
I
little
had
bit. I
I
can't
had to
see
can't
your
see your
face.
face.
I had to reinvent a new spinner so that everybody can see it and make it more fun. Keep spinning, Christian. Keep spinning.
All
All
right,
right,
all
all
right.
right.
Spinning,
I'm
I'm
gonna
Christian.
gonna
tell you
tell you
when
when
to
to
go.
go.
Yes,
Okay?
yes, yes.
Okay?
Keep spinning,
On
my
the
On the
friend.
count
count
on the
on the
count of
count of
three.
three.
Okay?
Okay?
After
After
I
I
said,
said,
one,
one,
two,
two,
three,
three,
you're
you're
gonna
gonna
pull the
pull the
name for
name for
me.
me.
No,
So,
I need to stop. All right, let's stop. Uh-huh.
okay, we're
Okay, we're
gonna
gonna
start
start
on the
on the
count
count
of
of
after
after
three.
three.
Okay?
Okay,
That's when
that's
you're
when you're
gonna
gonna
pull the
pull the
name.
name.
Okay.
You
You
got it?
got it?
Yes.
I
I
wish
wish
all
all
of
of
you
you
here
here
good
good
luck.
luck.
May
May
the
the
best
best
be the
be the
winner.
winner.
All
All
right, let's
right,
go.
let's go.
One,
One,
two,
two,
and
and
three.
three.
And do
That
we
is
have
the
The
winner.
winner,
Betty,
please.
Betty, I can't tell you that I can read the rest of the. My boy was
Betty,
writing
Betty,
it. My boy was writing everything for me. You know.
Betty
Betty
Aristide.
Aristide,
Yes, Betty Iced Tea, something like that.
Aristide.
Aristide.
Aristide,
Wow.
Betty
Wow.
Aristide. Do we have Betty
Betty, are
Betty,
you
are
on
you
the
on
Aristide?
the
line? You
line? You
gotta
gotta
be
be
respond
respond
to
to
us
us
that
that
you can
can
receive your
receive your
prize.
prize.
I
I
am
am
here.
here.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
Oh,
Amen.
wow,
wow.
wow, wow. Betty, congratulations. May God bless you.
Congratulations. Yay.
Tell us a little bit who you are and why you join us and what do you think of our sponsorship program.
Wow. My name is Betty Aristide Augustin. I am the executive director of AD Youth. Rose invited me to the prayer line, and I've been following for about 2 weeks. And when I saw the text, I think Brother Kelly added me on the chat. I was listening to the presentation, tears roll out down my eyes, and I was sending a text in your chat. Reason why tears roll out down my eyes because the sisters say education is the key of poverty, and it brought me back when my mom was taking care of us, and when we didn't have food, and my mom gave us salted water for the day we went to school, and we didn't have food to eat, and to see what the entire team is doing, it really touches my heart. And I am just so grateful, to you, Rose, for inviting me to this platform. And I help the youth now with 80 youth, age 13 to 21. But it's always even better to start with the foundation of the age that you guys are working with. I look forward to working with you guys, and thank you. Thank you, Rose. Thank you for each one of you. I've been blessed with all the prayers that I've been attending to, and I've invited my friends. I have 5 of my friends already coming every morning. Thank you, guys, and thank you for allowing God to use you, stretch you, and doing the work that you're doing. It is impeccable. Thank you.
Oh, wow, wow, wow. We just want to congratulate you, Betty, and thank you for being a part of us. May God continue to pour a lot of blessing to you and your family. Ah, well, Brother Kelly, you could take it over.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, Sister Naomi, if you can allow me to, you can stop sharing the slide. Thank you. Perfect. Oh, I didn't realize my camera was off. And thank you everyone for joining us today. It's a pleasure, and we thank Naomi for hosting and all of you who were part of this. Now, to all our supporters, now to all our friends, our supporters, sponsors, and general sponsors, I greet you once more in the name of our Savior Jesus Christ. Now, second to God, you are the reason why we exist today. You are part of a great movement, a remarkable and noble effort to bring access of education to the least fortunate. May God bless you overwhelmingly, your family and your children. Too often we pray for divine intervention, we can agree, to heal the world of poverty. Yet we are the hands of God. You are the hands of God. And together we can be the change that we want to see. God is pleading with you and I to be his hands today. So I urge you to be part of the change. My goal is that by the end of this year, that none of the children that is on this website are going to be left unsponsored. For this reason, I urge you to go to www.handsofgod.us and look for the child that you wish that God puts on your heart to sponsor today. God bless you all, and may you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.
Take care, everyone. We will share the website with you all. And if you have any questions or having any trouble, please feel free to let us know. We are more than happy to assist you. Have a blessed weekend.
Have a blessed weekend, everyone.
God bless everyone.
Blessed weekend, everyone.